Hi, I'm Jason Levine with Harry Levine Insurance, and today we're going to talk about how to maximize your homeowner's insurance so that you've got incredible coverage and you're saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars off what you thought your premium was going to be. One of the most immediate things you can do to generate savings on your homeowner's insurance without changing a thing about your policy is to get a wind mitigation inspection. About 15 years ago, the Florida legislature decided they needed to find a way to provide some premium relief for Florida homeowners insurance consumers. So they created a program where an affidavit or inspection form could be filled out that shows about half dozen different wind-resistive features in the construction of your home, specific to the roof and how it's tied to the exterior walls and some other things. So this inspection very often proves somewhere between $100 to $750, $800 in value in terms of savings. So the homeowner does have to pay for the inspection, which typically runs $100 plus or minus. You might be able to find someone who does it for a little bit less. You might find someone who's $125, but as long as you have a properly credentialed inspector, you're good to go. There are cases where the savings are somewhat minimal or even where they're nil, but those cases are rare. Very often we see several $100 all the way up to right around $1,000 or even more in savings. Your typical wind mitigation inspection is good for a 5-year period per state statute. However, I've never seen a company, if you stay with your company, invalidate the credits earned after 5 years. It's simply that the state legislature created this program, so it's actually a legislative act. So it says that the affidavit or the inspection form is good for 5 years. Insurance companies generally don't invalidate the credits after 5 years, but if you change carriers, so let's say I'm with Acme Insurance and I get a wind mit done today, and 6 years from now I decide to move my insurance policy to Beta Insurance. Beta will likely require me to redo the affidavit, and there's some reasons for that. The first of which is, again, statutorily, the form, and it is a legal affidavit, is only good for 5 years. That's first and foremost. But also, you could have made upgrades, additions, re-roofed your home in that period. So it's just best practices and a statutory requirement that if you move carriers, they will typically not accept a 5-year or older form. If you buy a home that already has a wind mitigation inspection that's less than 5 years old, you do still need to get your own. The wind mitigation form is actually a legal affidavit created by the Florida legislature, and it requires a signature of the homeowner who's also the named insured for the policy to whom the credits will apply. What does that mean? For you to get the credits, you have to get your own inspection and sign it yourself. So another thing you can do, and it's going to sound crazy at first, but then we'll develop it, is to raise your homeowner's insurance deductible. Of course, that sounds like, what? I have to spend more money? The truth is, over a long period of time, it's going to save you money, not cost you. The typical homeowner's insurance all other perils deductible, which means everything other than named hurricane or tropical storm, is about $1,000. We see some $500 options. Those are really vestiges of the past. $1,000 typical deductible. If you raise that to $2,500, whoa, wait, I'm spending $1,500 more when something happens. What are you talking about? Well, what if I told you you could save in some cases $300 to $500 a year? So that $1,500 in increased deductible is really a, 5, maybe a few more years proposition in terms of dollar value. How often do you have homeowners claims? The truth is, in the end, you're going to save more money and stay more liquid with your cash by having that $2,500 deductible, of course, assuming that if a disaster struck, you could cover that $2,500. You're going to win that way. It's simple. And you'll lower your premium, and over the life of ownership of that home, probably spend quite a bit less, even though at the time of loss, which hopefully never happens, or if it does, only happens a very limited, maybe 1 time, 2 times during your entire ownership of the home, then you're just simply going to spend less money by having a higher deductible. 2 of the most common capital expenditures that homeowners kind of put on the back burner, unfortunately, until often it's too late, are re-roofing projects and replumbing projects. So the roofing situation in Florida right now is borderline out of control. It's actually become quite difficult in many parts of the state to issue an insurance policy on a home that has a roof 15 years or older, no matter what that roof is made of. So planning on being able to replace a roof at least every 15 years, in some cases with tile it's really between 20 and 30, but most shingle roofs need to be replaced between 15 and 20 years, and for insurance purposes, we've got to say 15 now. It is a huge project that needs to be top of mind. Plumbing's another. Plumbing systems can last for quite a long time, as in theory, PVC pipe can last in the absence of UV light forever. So that means PVC pipe in your slab or in your attic, in theory, can last a very, very long time. Of course, we all know it eventually goes and has to be replaced. So that rainy day fund should be roof and plumbing when it comes to your homeowner's major projects. So having updates to the 4 major points in your home can absolutely save you money. You may have heard of a 4-point inspection, which is often a requirement to issue an insurance policy for an older home. Those 4 points are the roofing system, the electrical system, the plumbing system, and the heating and air system. Particular to roof and plumbing, those updates are critical because those are 2 of the areas where losses or insurance claims most often come from. So typically when you see a home with a newer updated roof and or a newer updated plumbing system, there are typically either discounts available or simply broader, better, more complete coverage available. So hopefully we've demystified the world of homeowners insurance just a little bit. With things like wind mitigation inspections and considering what is truly the right deductible for you, you can help manage premium and also keep an eye towards some of the projects that'll help you and your home last long into the future and be incredibly insurable for all the companies out there, like keeping your roof up to date and making sure that your plumbing system's in great working order. The beauty of being an independent insurance agent is that we can customize package options to every single insured. So what we do here is we shop the entire marketplace. We have access and relationships with dozens of insurance carriers. So when we talk to you and we learn about the age of your home, your lifestyle, your needs, your wants, your budget, all of those things, we can then go to market with every single one of them in mind to make sure that we match you with the proper homeowners insurance product. One of the most important things when buying insurance, even more important than price, is relationship. And we here at Harry Levine Insurance are dedicated to getting to know you, getting to know about your home, your cars, your lifestyle, and all of the things that matter when you purchase insurance, including premium. So give us a call now with no obligation, no cost, simply the price of your time to learn more about how you can save on insurance, improve your coverage, and develop a relationship with us that's beneficial for you for years to come.